And we are back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Animation Edition Season 11. Again, thank you all for coming back for me for the 11th season. And I have returning from previous seasons. You know him. He's been around on the game show many times before. Animation lover, film lover, literature lover, pretty much anything fictional, storytelling lover. Mr. Jonathan North, how are you?
Hey, pretty good.
Thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. It's always fun when you're to having you as a contestant.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
No worries. And for people who probably missed your previous appearances or are unfamiliar with the work, could you introduce yourself and what your relationship to animation is?
Well, I think we probably met writing for the Rotoscopers animation blog, and I now do an animation podcast, I Heart Animation. I have multiple podcasts, but that's my longest running podcast. I started that back in, I think, 2018, just as a series of YouTube videos, but I've transitioned into a podcast now, so. And like you said, literature, I have a different podcast where you are a frequent guest, every version ever, where I talk about all different versions of any kind of story. I've done everything from Alice in Wonderland to War of the Worlds. So
When
I
he
have
says every
many
version
interests.
ever, he means every version ever. He will find the most obscure version of something, and you might not think it exists, but it exists, and he's found it and he's seen it. So,
I try.
try. But no, I always love coming on your podcast. It's a lot of fun. And for anyone who's new to this game show, this is a 12-question multiple choice game show about anything even remotely related to the field of animation. As long as Jonathan keeps getting questions right, he goes higher up the ladder. Once he gets one wrong, that's the end of the game. And he leaves with the last number of points from the last safe haven. He has three lifelines to help him. 50-50, gets rid of two wrong answers. A phone a friend if he chooses. He can call someone for help or an ask the expert. This season our expert is Mr. Eli Sanza, animation lover, a blogger. He's been on the game show a couple of times, many times before, and he's won the game show twice. No, I'm sorry, he's won once, but this is the second time being the expert. So he's no stranger to this. And if Jonathan gets to the 32,000 points, he will have a fourth lifeline double dip, which gives him two chances at answering a question. And the winner, if host gets to the million, will get a Amazon gift card for me. And if not, no one gets to the million, we'll have a top five come back for round two. But that hasn't happened in like four seasons, so this might be the time for the million. So, Jonathan, are you ready to play Millionaire?
I think so.
Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. Let me know when you can see it. You see the Millionaire screen.
Yes.
Awesome. And this is your ladder of points. Remember, the yellow ones are your benchmarks. Once you get to those, you can't lose them no matter what. Excuse me. And this is your expert license. You can check out his blog, Entertainment Junkie blog at ejunkie.blog.com. And just a brief blurb about him and his strengths and weaknesses. He says, I've been an animation fan all my life, and my strength is American animation, mostly from the 20th century. My weakness, foreign animation like Ghibli, Cartoon Saloon, and Aardman. And you're very familiar with the Isanza as well, so that works out.
Yes, he's also a frequent guest on most of my podcasts.
Yes. Jonathan, let's start. 500 points. In the animated 1937 Disney canon film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Snow White sings a song entitled Someday My What Will Come. Is it Prince, Appetite, Package, or Tax Return?
Well, I'm in the middle of recording a podcast series about this film. I have one episode left that you're going to be a guest on at some point soon, so I would hope that I would know the answer to this one. The answer is A, Prince, final answer.
Nothing's final till you say final answer, so take your time, but I think you know your answer is correct. Good job.
Yes.
I kind of want to see someday my tax return will come. Like, that would be an interesting take on Snow White. I haven't seen the remake yet, have you?
Yes, I just recorded the episode on that last week.
Okay, nice, nice. I won't ask you for your thoughts, so I'll just tell people go check out the, the episode when it comes out. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm not gonna have very high hopes anyway. But I love the original film, of course, and like I I think Snow White gets a lot of flack from. Well, I think all the Disney princesses get a lot of flack, but Snow White I think especially gets one for especially for her voice, which I never. Growing up, I never thought there was anything wrong with her voice or weird about it, but I guess people thought it was oddly sounding. But anyway, Jonathan, you have 500 points. The next one's 1,000 points. If you get that wrong, you'll leave with nothing. I don't think that's going to happen, but just have to remind you 1,000 points. What empire features in the animated 2000 Disney canon film, The Emperor's New Groove? Is it the Roman, the Persian, the Mongol, or the Incan? And just to clarify, I know the overall empire is supposed to be fictional, but like which of these is it mostly trying to be?
Yes, that would be D, Incan final answer.
Answer is The Emperor's New Groove about the Incan Empire. Your answer is correct. Good job. You have 1,000 points no matter what you do today. I kind of would like to see Disney make a Roman Empire movie. I think that'd be kind of cool, like with the Roman sets and designs and all that.
There's plenty of mythology they could draw from.
Yeah, I mean they have Hercules already. They just gotta change it around. Are you familiar with I can't remember if we talked about this or not, but are you familiar with this concept album musical called Epic? It's about the Odyssey.
I think you might have mentioned it, but I haven't looked into it.
Okay, yeah. So there's a guy. His name is Jorge. I forget his last name. Actually, I forget his entire name. So I apologize for everyone's watching. But he did a he made he I think during the COVID he created his own concept album about creating his own musical based on the Odyssey. It's sung through a musical, and the songs are like really good. And like people online, like it has such a huge fandom and fan following, and people online have like made their own like animated versions of the songs and like there's even rumors of like an animated film being made about this. Like it's really good, and especially I think with Christopher Nolan's making an Odyssey film next year, I think having that as well will like bring like people very Odyssey focused, I guess. But yeah, it was basically my point was I'd like to see an animated Odyssey. Are you a fan of Emperor's New Groove?
Yes. Yes, I loved that movie when it came out. It's very quotable.
It is pretty cool. It's I don't like it as much as everyone does, but I like Kronk. I think everything that Kronk's in is hilarious and fun.
Yes, he is great.
Okay, Jonathan, you have 1,000 points. Still have all your lifelines, so I want to get you higher, 2,000. Let's go. Which Shakespeare play does the animated 1998 direct-to-video Disney Toon Studio film The Lion King 2: Simba's Pride most resemble? Is it King Lear, Othello, Macbeth, or Romeo and Juliet?
I have a feeling that it's Romeo and Juliet, but I'm not 100% sure. I have
Okay.
seen this movie once, years ago, probably around the time it came out.
Okay,
So
nice.
I don't remember much about it.
No worries. You have lifelines if you need.
Um, Eli will probably know this, so let's do Ask the Expert.
Okay, you want to use the first expert, so we're going to go to Eli and ask him this question. He said, Forbidden Romance, D, Romeo and Juliet, I'm 90% sure.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, so we'll go with Eli and say D, final answer.
Cool, you weren't 100% sure, but you took Eli. He was pretty 90% sure it was D, Romeo and Juliet. Is it correct? Your answer is correct. Excuse me, good job. Yeah, this is actually, if not my favorite, it's in my top three two or three favorites in terms of the direct-to-video films. Like I love this movie. I grew up with it a lot, and there was a time in my life where I liked this movie more than the original Lion King. I know
Hmm.
it's shocking. I can't believe that, but there was a time like for a direct-to-video one, this one actually did it pretty well. Like I was invested in the characters, I was invested in the romance. The songs were amazing. I like the animation style that they have in this. Like I really like this movie. So this is one like if I had to recommend Disney Toon Studios movie to anyone, the two I recommend are this one and Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Those are like my top two favorites.
Both of those I think I've only seen once. So,
When you get to them in your Disney or rewatch, I'm sure you'll check them out.
yes, they're of course on the list.
Of course. Excuse me. Like this is definitely way better than the live action remake of Lion King.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, Jonathan, you had to use a lifeline, but you still have two more, and if you get to the 32,000, you'll get the other lifeline, the double dip. So let's keep going, 5,000. Which of the following royal titles is in the title of two animated Studio Ghibli films? It's Princess, Prince, King, or Queen. It's in the title of two Studio Ghibli films. And of course, I'm talking about the English translations.
I'm trying to run through all the titles in my head.
Take your time.
Obviously, the first one that comes to mind is Princess Mononoke, but I'm trying to think, was there another princess that I'm not thinking of right off the top of my head? I feel like I've seen all the Studio Ghibli films, so I'm going to be kicking myself if I can't think of another. I can't think of any that right off the top of my head for Prince, King, or Queen.
You have lifelines if you need them to. You could almost see the gears in your mind turning as you go through every Studio Ghibli film.
I have a few that I've watched many times, and I've seen a few that I've seen maybe once, but I think I've seen them all. And the only one that's coming to mind right now is Princess Mononoke as far as anyone with a royal title. I'm trying to think, what was that one with the, it was 3D animation called? I saw that one once and never watched it again. I didn't really like it that much. I don't remember if it was had princess in the
Excuse
title
me.
or not. It was about a witch. Let's do 50-50 and see if princess is still there. If it is, I'm going to go with princess.
Very fair enough. We're going to use a 50-50. Give it up two wrong answers. We're hoping Princess is still there. Yes, it is. Princess or Prince?
I'll just go with princess. Final answer.
Uh, Jonathan, okay, you were leading towards Princess to 50-50. You still went with it. If it's right, you keep going. If it's wrong, it was nice having you. You leave it 1,000. Jonathan, your answer is correct.
So what was the other one?
Good. The Tale of the Princess Kaguya.
Oh,
That's the other
duh.
one. Yeah. So yeah, there are none with prince or king or queen in the title. So it is princess. So good thing you thought Princess Mononoke, or else I feel you would have been totally,
I've seen
totally
Princess
things.
Kaguya once, and
Hmm.
I've seen Princess Mononoke multiple times, so
Yeah.
that's why Princess Mononoke came to mind immediately.
And it's also the first word in the title too, Princess
Yes,
Mononoke. That one is the tale of the Princess Kaguya. So
yeah.
But no, that's good though. But you've seen all. I haven't seen all. Actually haven't seen Kaguya yet. But like, I want that. That's like one thing I want to do next is like go through all the Studio Ghibli movies because I've seen most of them, but there's like maybe five or six I haven't seen.
Hmm.
Kaguya being one of them. What's your favorite Ghibli?
Uh, I, I guess it's sort of some people debate as to whether it's Studio Ghibli or not.
Oh, okay. I know which
Um,
one.
Nausicaa of the Valley of
Nausicaa,
the
yeah.
Wind.
Yeah, because it was technically done before he founded the studio, but
Yes,
it's pretty much a Studio Ghibli film.
it basically is. Yeah,
It's a Studio Ghibli film without being a Studio Ghibli film, but yeah,
yeah, pretty much.
that's one that I've seen only once, and it's been a long time. So I don't remember liking it a lot, but like I said, it's been a long time. So I think a lot of them I need to like rewatch, and
It's
also a
probably
lot.
the one I've watched the most.
Okay,
It.
okay,
I really like that one.
that was the one you were telling me about where the Japanese director sent. No,
Yes.
Miyazaki sent him a sword or something said no cuts.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
sent a well, he sent it about Princess
about
Mononoke
oh Mononoke.
because of
Okay,
what Harvey Weinstein did to the Nazca of the Valley of the Wind,
the
because he
English dub, yeah.
basically cut it into a completely different movie, unrecognizable from
Mm.
what it was.
Nice, yeah. I always remember that story that you told me. It's like that is something.
Yeah.
Anyway, you used two lifelines. You only have one left. Ask the expert, but if you get to 13,000, you'll get the double dip. Let's keep going. 10,000 points. Who is the voice of Vic, Garfield's father, in the animated 2024 film The Garfield Movie? Is it Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, Samuel L. Jackson, or Don Cheadle?
Samuel L. Jackson, final answer.
This one you had no hesitation. Is it correct? Your answer is correct. Good job. Did you see this movie?
Yes.
Did you like this movie?
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as people thought. It wasn't amazing or anything,
Hmm.
but it was better than I expected.
I guess I, I didn't like it at all. This movie actually made me reconsider. Actually, made me think, huh? Maybe the Bill Murray Garfield movies weren't so bad after all. That's how bad I thought this was. Like, if this is having me reconsider the Bill Murray movies, like,
I've never
I
seen
don't know.
those because they looked horrible.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'd love to see what you think of if you saw them and compared to this one. But
At some point, I probably will end up doing them for a podcast because
yeah,
I
yeah,
grew up
very,
with
very soon.
Garfield. I love Garfield.
Yeah,
So
he's my top somewhere in my top three favorite comic strips.
at some point, I probably will do like a whole series on Garfield. Like, he technically could fit into every version ever because it's comics are literature of a
Yeah,
sort. So
and
I could fit him in there.
there's multiple movies, there's multiple shows and
Yeah.
TV segments. If you do Garfield and Friends, I'd love to be on for that episode.
Yeah, I probably will at some point. Not anytime soon, but
Oh
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
it. I've had it in the back of my mind as something potentially for a podcast series.
Nice, nice. All right, Jonathan. Two away from the next benchmark and the next lifeline. 20,000 points. Which relative of the main characters, Mahito, dies in a hospital fire at the beginning of the animated 2023 Studio Ghibli film, The Boy and the Heron? Is it his father, his mother, his brother, or his sister? You said you saw every Studio Ghibli film. Did I assume you saw this one?
I did. I've seen it once. I went to the theater to see it.
Nice.
I want to say it's his mother, but I'm not 100% sure.
Take your time, and you have the last Eli if you need it. It's very rare to get two Studio Ghibli questions in a game, and you got it, so congratulations. I swear it's random, or I didn't plan it this way.
I'll ask the expert. I know Eli said Studio Ghibli wasn't one of his main things, but it's recent enough. Maybe he remembers better than I did.
Okay, you can use your last lifeline of the game so far, which is going to ask Eli. So I asked him this question. He had told me 100% sure that just be his mother.
Okay, well then I'll go with what I thought in the first place, which is his mother. Final answer.
Maybe the lesson is you got to trust your gut. Your answer
I
is
guess so.
Correct. Congratulations.
All of the lifelines I've used, the answer has ended up being what I thought it probably was.
Exactly. That's that's the that's what you second guess about this game. This movie, I had done a podcast, as you know, with Stanford Clark, a mutual friend of ours and movie podcaster, about like the top 13 animated films that we had two-part top 13 animated films we love, but everyone else hates, and that we hate and everyone else loves. So for the one that we hate or dislike and everyone else loves, this was on my list. Like for whatever reason, I know everyone loves this movie and it has like amazing Rotten Tomato score and whatnot. Best animated film, I think, at the Golden Globes. I can't remember if it won the Oscar or not. No, I think it did win the Oscar. And yeah, but for whatever reason, I just couldn't get into this movie. Like it was strange and weird to me. I don't know if it's because I watched the English dub, but like it was it was odd, and I didn't really know what the message or point of the movie was. I don't know. I if
I
assume you
liked
felt
it, but I
different.
don't think I liked it as much as most people did because
Mm,
it's probably like mid-tier Studio Ghibli to me.
fair
I
enough.
have
Yeah.
many others that I like a lot more than this one.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. But it's just nice to see Miyazaki come out of retirement again and
Yes,
and make a film. It's like his
yeah,
what third time or something. I don't know.
something like that, yes.
All right, Jonathan, you lose all your lifelines, but the next one's a 32,000. If you get it right, you will have 32,000 no matter what, and you will gain the double dip lifeline. So let's get you there. 32,000. If I could find my cursor. There we go. Which country singer voices the main character, the rooster Chanticleer, in the animated 1991 Don Bluth film Rockadoodle? Is it Kenny Rogers, Glenn Campbell, Willie Nelson, or Chris Christopherson?
I have absolutely no idea, so I think I'm just going to end here. I have never seen this movie.
Jonathan, so you're thinking you're going to walk away 20,000? Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I suppose, because I don't know. I've never seen the movie. It would be a literal guess between the four.
Okay, Jonathan, congratulations. You leave at 20,000. And like I said, if no one gets to the million, and top five of you will come back for a second round. If you make the top five, I'll let you know. So if you had to take a guess, what would you say? Just for fun.
I don't know. Kenny Rogers, maybe. I don't know. It's a literal guess between the four. The only one I think it probably isn't is Willie Nelson, because I feel like I would have heard about Willie Nelson in an animated movie, but who knows?
If you told me Kenny Rogers' final answer, it'd have been wrong. Leave it at 1,000. He was actually Glenn Campbell.
I
Glenn
don't even know
Campbell.
who that is,
Yeah.
so
There we go. He was a country singer, famous. I think the 60s and 70s was his heyday. But he voiced the character Rockadoodle in no the Chanticleer in Rockadoodle, which is interesting. It's one of the Don Bluth films it's one of the lesser, like the worst, not one of the worst side of Don Bluth films, but like I don't think it's as bad as other people say.
mm,
But and make of that what they will. I know that our mutual friend Chelsea from Rotoscoper, she loves Rockadoodle. I know this is one of
hmm.
her favorites. But yeah, he voices the main character in this, and it's interesting, if to say the least.
It's on my list to eventually do for a podcast, but I have never saw it growing up. I haven't seen it since. It's not a priority. It'll be a priority if and when I do a Don Bluth series, because I probably will, because that's kind of been a thing in the back of my head to
Yeah, that's
go
not
through
too
his,
long. Like, he only has like
yeah,
what 10-ish,
something
10.
like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
so that'd be a good
Eventually I'll
idea.
watch it, but I have no immediate plans.
Yeah, you're not missing anything amazing. It's not bad, but it's not horrible, but it's nothing
Yeah,
amazing.
that's kind of the gist I got.
All right, Jonathan, this I had a lot of fun. You leave with 20,000, like I said, and if you make the round two, if we have a round two, and if you make the round two, I'll let you know. But until then, how can people find your stuff and anything else you want to say?
If you like animation, you can find me. I have my I Heart Animation podcast. I also have Every Version Ever podcast, and I have a Disney specific podcast, the Disney Movie Marathon. So probably something for everybody on those. And if you like random movies, my YouTube channel, I review whatever I feel like.
You ever want to see Santa Claus versus the Devil? He's
Yeah, yes,
and he probably did a podcast about it too. So,
yes.
So yeah, I'll put links to them down below. So for anyone else watching, this was episode 2. We have 8 more contestants to go. Will one of them make it to the million? Who knows? Until then, take care and stay tuned. Bye.
Bye.